NRX criticizes traditional Enlightenment thinking about equality and democracy. Instead, equality and democracy are sowing chaos and making government incredibly inefficient. Liberal democracy is a failed experiment, and equality should not be the desired outcome because it doesn't actually make people's lives better, according to this theory. Prosperity, order, and freedom aren't achieved through individual rights, but through a government able to manage the country efficiently without things like pesky little civil liberties getting in the way. Democracy is a played-out experiment that has proven itself to be very weak. Everyone can agree that politics are bad and populism is bad because decisions should actually be made by experts, which is really a class of people worthy of leading. And so really, aristocracy should be the answer. A country run by people who have been groomed to be great leaders and experts, not subject to the whim of the unwashed masses. Americans are simply too afraid of the word dictator and should in fact be more open-minded that maybe they'd like living under a dictatorship. But this isn't your average feudal monarchical system of old. This new form of aristocracy or monarchy or whatever you want to call it should also include running the country like a startup. And so limits to the executive's ability to run the country like a CEO would are actually bad because it means the government doesn't work as well as it could. The reason the government doesn't work well is because of all these intellectuals and bureaucrats who've bought into the progressive bubble getting in the way of someone who really knows what he's doing, who can take over and run the place. I mean, if Apple ran California, it would work better for people because look at all the great products they make. Companies are really just little tiny monarchies if you really think about it, and we're surrounded by amazing stuff made by these amazing little monarchies. I mean, imagine if the government made your laptop. The horror. In fact, the expansion of democracy through things like abolishing slavery and giving everyone the right to vote hasn't really benefited people much. I mean, so many formerly enslaved people suffered when they were set free after the Civil War. The ladies in Jane Austen novels seem like they were having a great time. The government would simply work better for everyone if we had a CEO running things. Neo-reactionary thinking involves cherry-picking history and facts, whitewashing reality, ignoring the fact that most startups fail, and blindly accepting that capitalist progress is the thing that should be valued above all else, all while calling yourself enlightened.